title. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, Happy New Year's to everyone in advance. I know New Year's Eve is tonight, so make sure you guys are safe when you're out and about, wherever you're at in the world. But listen, man, wanted to come and just give my little thoughts here on the fight that took place this morning between Joshua Franco and Kazuto Ioka, because I just had a chance to go watch it. I didn't watch the fight live, so I went to sleep, and then I woke up to the news that the fight ended in a draw. I saw a lot of cries of robbery, and I saw a lot of cries of, oh, Joshua Franco won the fight. So I watched the fight, and I wanted to see if there was any validity to this claim. So I watched the fight in kind of a weird fashion because there really was, they had a version of the fight available on Mikey Garcia's Instagram, but I decided to watch the version on YouTube from the Japanese television from like round 6 to 12. So I started off around 6, then watched it to 12. All right. In those last 6 rounds, I gave Kazuto Ioka 4 of the 6 rounds. They were close rounds. There were a couple of swing rounds. If you're someone who likes to favor activity, I could definitely see you edging it to Franco or even having it 3-3 because it was just that kind of a fight. You know, like Franco would land a one hard single shot and a 4-punch combination. Ioka would stay there in the pocket, land one or two clear but precise counter punches to kind of take the play from him, and then Franco would jump right back on him and push him back. So it was one of those fights where you really had your boxing eye tested. In the first 6 rounds that I watched later on, it looked like Franco actually had gotten out to a better start in that one. But I just think, in this fight, Franco, his lack of head movement, he's not really a fighter that has a lot of rhythm. He kind of is what he is. Like, he's a guy that there's a reason why he's had trilogy fights with guys like Oscar Negrete and Maloney, because he's one of these guys that what he does well, what his strengths are, which is pressure fighting and activity, he does fantastic. But his weaknesses are like his weaknesses. Like, he's got some big, glaring deficiencies in his fight game as far as like his defense. So, he's one of these guys that he can land, 2 or 3 punches on unit combination, but you can land one hard counter and really take the play from him. And that's what kept happening in this fight over and over again. And it made these rounds very annoying to score. It made them very difficult to score. And once I got to my scorecard, my final score, I had Kazuto Ioka just barely by the hairs of his chin, edging out Joshua Franco 115, 113, 7-5. If you had it 7-5 the other way, I'm not going to be mad at you. If you had it a draw, I'm definitely not going to be mad at you, because there was a lot of cries in this fight about a robbery. And I don't think a robbery is, either way you had the fight, I don't think a robbery was dealt either way. I think actually, believe it or not, I think the Japanese judges were more than fair to Joshua Franco, because normally speaking in boxing, when you're fighting for a world title in another fighter's hometown, the hometown guy gets the nod. And I actually had Kazuto Ioka getting the nod. I felt like he did more. I felt like he did just enough to win this fight. But the Japanese judges clearly liked Franco's activity enough. They liked the punch output just enough, and they felt like he was effective enough in that style to give him one more round than I did, which was all the difference, and it made him get a draw. So for me personally, I really do think this should raise Joshua Franco's stock in the division, because he was always looked at to be as a bit of an outsider with the elites, from the guys like Chocolatito and even his brother Bam or Gallo and even Ioka. But he's fought one of the elites of the division, one of the creme, top shelf, best fighters in the world. And I felt like he raised his game a little bit higher than it normally is, and he made it very close and very competitive. Not even the great Kosai Tanaka can make this shit close competitive by Ioka. 2 years ago on this day, Ioka had Tanaka doing cartwheels over the ring. So, it does say something about Franco and what he did in this fight. It was really annoying watching him, because he would press Ioka really well. He would land a nice little left hook to the body, sometimes right hand to the head, sometimes throw a lot of combinations, but miss a lot of the punches, land one nice single shot. And then Ioka would just sit right there in the pocket and kind of just feel him out, touch him upstairs, come downstairs, step around him. it was an annoying fight to watch. So Franco was pretty much what I thought he would be. He was a little bit better than I thought he'd be, so credit to him. Ioka, actually, to me, even though I thought he won, was a bit disappointing. You know, Ioka's a guy that I'm clamoring to fight guys like Roman Gonzalez. I'm clamoring for him to fight guys like Gaio Estrada, who, by the way, was there in attendance in Japan to witness this fight, because he may have fought the winner of this fight if there was a winner, but now it looks like there's gonna have to be a rematch for clarity's sake. But Ioka is supposed to be fighting these top creme de la creme, top shelf guys, and you had a guy in Franco who's good, who's at a pretty high level, but you know, not necessarily an elite A-level guy. And I just think he let this fight be a little bit too close for comfort. I think there were too many rounds in this fight where he allowed Franco to have his imprint on the rounds and in the fight, with the pressure, with the volume style, and pushing him back. But all in all, you know, I thought he handled it well, but I just, you know, I expect a lot of Ioka because I rate him highly, and I do consider him to be, you know, one of the best fighters in the world. So mildly disappointed in this performance, but I thought he did enough to get the win. I had a 115-113. Robbery, either way, you're saying it is despicable, and you're just being biased. But let me know what you guys think. Like, what do you guys think about Franco versus Ioka? You know, I think it was a very competitive fight. It was a good way to close out the year. These New Year's Eve Japanese fights never disappoint. But yeah, I thought it was a good fight. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys want to see a rematch? Because I think we definitely need a rematch. And I'll end it on this. I'll end it on this note. It was hard as hell to find a way to watch this fight. You know, most people that watched this fight watched it either through Mikey Garcia's Instagram, or they had to download that Japan TV app and then go to the TBN channel on that app and watch. It was like watching this fight was harder than finding the motherfucking nuclear codes. You know, it was ridiculous. So, you know, if there is a rematch, I hope, you know, the fine folks that are behind his career, him being Joshua Franco, can get him some U.S. television, because the fact that this fight wasn't on TV was nothing short of despicable. And it is what it is. So, yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.